Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your October forecast. We started the month with the new moon solar eclipse at 15 degrees Virgo in Sidereal on October 2nd. We also have a full moon October 17th at 1 degree of Aries. Let's begin with your tarot cards for today. We have the Tower, okay? Powerful eclipse sweeping through your life, eclipsing things in or out. The Queen of Wands, the Hierophant, the Five of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. Okay. So there's a couple things I see going on here depending on your situation. It looks like there could be a conflict at work, possibly with a boss or an authority figure. This might result in you leaving a job or getting away from somewhere you've been for a long time. But as the Queen of Wands, Leo, Sag, Aries, you have and there's a lot of fire here in the middle with the Five of Wands too. Fire and air complement each other, both very masculine energies. Air feeds fire and you are air. This is your logic. This is your conclusion that the struggle has been long enough. 2 5s are change, 5 5. So we see this tower is crumbling down. I think it's for your freedom though. Others will be having some sort of spiritual awakening or might feel like a crisis because it's going to change your entire belief structure of everything that you were raised to believe or that you knew or felt your whole life. So some new information is going to come in and challenge a tradition that you have kept in place for your whole life, maybe generations. But our oracle cards here will give us some more clarity. So let's see what your angels and guides have. The snake, shadowed skin. Well, we are in autumn season, so we are rebirthing ourselves. We're expanding. We've outgrown something that's old. So again, an old identity or an old place. And then we have stargazer, set your sights higher. Yeah, I feel you felt boxed in, limited with your position, your job title, or even your creative thinking. There was something keeping you restrained, even with the Hierophant there. It's like, this is how we've always done things. This is how you're going to continue to do them. And you said, no, I'm different. I see something better, a bigger picture, and I'm going to go this way now. So it's like setting a higher standard for yourself too. You're not limiting yourself to what you've been told in the past. And your moon card, okay, wisdom, there we have a ladder, another image of ascension, reaching higher. Number 22, the master builder. So after the tower, we rebuild. We gain knowledge, gain wisdom from the experience, and that elevates our consciousness. See how she's reaching for the stars. Set your sights higher for the stars. You're getting beyond what you previously knew. It's like when astronauts leave Earth's orbit, and go to the moon or Mars or whatever. They're going somewhere they've never been. It's uncharted territory, and which can be a little scary. And the tower is scary. It shakes things up, but sometimes that's exactly what we need to get this kind of clarity back in our life. Get rising above the fog, getting out of the fray, and that's what the stars represent too. So maybe go somewhere out where you can stargaze for a while. It may help you clear your head or ground your energy of this Five of Wands, of things being stirred up. We also have house 10. Okay, so this is work related. It could be work and faith related. So this is Capricorn, structure, discipline, life, mission, accomplishment, and career. So maybe you've been selling yourself short. You've been working a job that you're overqualified for, and you've known it, but it's something you've always done because it was consistent. It may not have been exciting, but at least it paid the bills. But with the Hierophant and the house 10 here, it's almost guaranteed that it's a boss that you're leaving. And a trine. Okay, angelic support, harmony and perfect flow. Good. Things happening in divine timing. Things are structurally supported. Again, you may feel very unstable at first. I'm glad the reading started with the tower. Because here we are rebuilding. We are stacking our books. We're creating something, our own tower to reign from instead of depending on someone else's tower to keep us afloat. But this is just saying that your angels, your guides, they're supporting your move. People may not favor the decision you've made, but that's not their concern, because all that matters is how you feel in your heart. And we also have wholeness, yeah, restoring wholeness to your heart, to your being, to your soul. Not, following the rule book anymore. Wholeness and wisdom, yeah. There's definitely an expansion of consciousness here too, with the Ace of Swords. And the end of a cycle, okay? Because you're growing. Like I mentioned in the beginning, you're outgrowing this concept that you've been comfortable with. So there's two sun rays here, both at the top where things are reaching. And this is the sun and the moon. So it looks like a crescent, like right after the new moon solar eclipse. So the first week of October, or perhaps the sun and moon are opposing each other, and that would lead us more towards the 17th of the month. But I think you'll be proud of yourself. You'll be able to look back on the growth that you've made, the changes you've made, and say, that was a smart decision. Thank you, guides, for encouraging me to go through, because your reward is abundance. That's the result. Here, you could only go so far. The imagery on this card showing her in a box. Queens of Wands or Kings of Wands. They're the creators, the entrepreneurs, the inventors. Same with being an Aquarian. You think outside the box. And if somebody put you in a box, you're never going to flourish. You're never going to grow. And once your growing cycle expands and takes root, after a couple months or years or seasons, that's when you start to be able to harvest the fruit that you've grown. And let's see your alchemy card. All right. The Lac Virgins, the Virgin's Milk. So that's something that's unexpected. It is a symbol of new beginnings, though, too. There's naivete, purity, innocence. All these things come with a clean slate. Like I said, if you're changing career fields, or it might require some study, there may be some knowledge that you have to accumulate, some connections that you need to make. But the book says, when the Virgin's Milk appears, discernment and honesty must be applied to the work. Is something being glossed over, rushed, or presented as perfect? There are likely complexities that need to be addressed so the alchemist can gain the maturity to handle what's next. So it might require actually a little fake it till you make it energy. You may apply for a graduate program or a job that you're not qualified for. You feel like you're in this liminal space of transition. It's like, well, I was overqualified here, but I'm not qualified enough there. So maybe I can train myself, gain a little more knowledge and experience, and see if I can reach a little higher, and see if I can grab that brass ring and move up in the world. So it's going to take a leap of faith, really. So the Lac Virgin's archetype can be seen in child prodigies and those expected to grow up too quickly. It is remedied by admitting exactly where you are at. Humor and humility help. So don't put yourself down just because you don't know anything. You could be your first day in class and you don't know the answer. But don't put yourself down for that, for the fact that you took the step. The first step is always the hardest. You got yourself registered and enrolled. So don't feel stupid. Don't feel foolish. And I'm going to grab one more card off the top. We have, the Wise Salt. We had wisdom here. 28. So that could be a month, 28 days in a month, the lunar cycle. Okay, I see now. Growing from the state of innocence and newness and naivete into wise salt with experience. So wise salt is the sacred ingredient of preservation. In due time, with due experience, the alchemist slowly develops these granules of wisdom that can someday be passed to another. Salt retains, preserves, and absorbs. It brings complexity to flavors and grit to slippery roads. Such is the magic of wise salt. Someone who carries it is immediately recognizable. Their words hold meaning, their stories are deep and true. They have wisdom that cannot be attained by any other means than decades of pain and pleasure. You may experience wise salt through the elders of the community. When this card appears, know that everything you are going through will be one of use down the line. Alchemically, you are being brined. Preserve what you can, let go of the rest, and lean heavily on your elders. All right, and under the deck, too, we had the autumn card. So that's the autumn equinox we just went through, September 22nd. It's a time of release and the waning daylight over the next 6 months in the northern atmosphere. So also this Hierophant could be the wise salt. You could be coming across somebody like that. who either inspires you or helps you on your education or your expansion of your knowledge, whatever field that it is you're trying to break into, or even help guide you on this spiritual journey. All right. Get some magic cards for you for this month. We have water. Work with the element of water for healing, purification, and refinement. Salt water. Maybe the ocean is important. Self-confidence. Strong both self-belief and a sense of worth. Yeah. It has the symbol for the chaos magic too. That aligns with the tower. Is like when life throws something at you, a curveball, and the more confident you are in your decision here with the Ace of Swords, the better you're going to be able to handle the change. Okay. And underneath we have opens the third eye to strengthen intuition. So insight. There's going to be maybe a huge clearing of the third eye. There's going to be a like understanding. I mentioned going from innocence to wisdom. Obviously, you're going to gain some insight. And the other card on the top is Spirit, Heavenly Assistance from your angels and guides. And that showed up here too with the trine. Angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. All right, so do not worry. You're getting on track right now, Aquarius. And let's finally end with some angel cards. For Aquarius. Oh, education fill out and depth. I mentioned the ocean, the salt water. Maybe some of you are studying like marine biology or something to do with the oceans or deep bodies of water. Or it could just be how deep you're reaching. We have set your sights higher and the depths are going lower. You have to go deep into a topic. Presence. All right. We mentioned the presence of a spiritual teacher, a wise salt, who may be your education leader. And then we have contentment. Okay, so all these changes, while may have seemed unsettling at first, are going to resolve in your own contentment and satisfaction. Like knowing, that's the wisdom, knowing you're so much better off now that you had the courage to break free and break out of the box. Because you have your own garden here now that you're tending, waking up every day happy and excited to go to your job or to live your purpose in the world. Okay, Aquarius, that's everything I have for you this month. I wish you the best and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye.